Hello, StoryMOOCers. My name is Oris-Friesen. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, in the United States. One of the areas that I'm really interested in that's related to this course of storytelling is storytelling as it applies to history. What I would like to do at some point is to compose historical novels using multimedia tools for my medium of expression. One of the sources of inspiration that I've had is a book by Maurice Drouin called, and excuse my terrible French, called Les Rois Maudits. The English translation is The Accursed Kings. I find this work, it's actually a 7-volume set, but it's very good in blending fiction with historical facts in historical settings. I really like that method of expression, and I think Drouin does a fantastic job of, of telling his story uh, in, 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 his, uh, in his technique. It's interesting that this book, one of these books, is also considered by some to be the source for the Game of Thrones, which is fairly popular right now. Another book that I have found to be inspirational is quite a bit different. It's called The Information, A History, a Theory, a Flood, and it's written by James Gleick. It was published in 2011. What the author does in this book is to trace the evolution of information as it is used in society as a whole, tracing it from the earliest methods of communicating from one to another to the current state of affairs where we are dealing with massive amounts of information, and the challenge really is what to make of all of this information. How do we digest it? It's a very provocative book, and I think it has a lot to say with regard to storytelling because, after all, what is storytelling other than the conveying of information from one person to another or from one person to many other people within a society? So that's another source of inspiration for me. A couple of other sources of inspiration I can't really isolate in individual work or book, but one, one discipline that has really inspired me is the is constructivist education, the use of constructivism in education. I've been working in this field for about 15 years, and it's really coming to fruition now with the advent of social media, the advent of iPhones, portable devices, portable electronic devices, etc., where you can really implement constructivism in education and use techniques such as gaming, etc., to make education much more productive and informative than it has been in the past. Finally, another area of inspiration for me, and again, I don't have a specific book to reference, is the uh, area of genealogy. And that's sort of a personal thing for me, but I've been engaged in genealogical research for the last 15 years or so, and I find it to be a very interesting uh, aspect, if you will, of history. It's different from history, but it puts a very personal cover on recounting history. So Yeah, I think genealogy has really inspired me a great deal. And in fact, I would like to incorporate it in the historical fiction that I hope to write. So there you have it, my sources of inspiration, and I hope to hear from you in the future.